My writing partner and I may have predicted the future in our upcoming book, and maybe it's just really impeccable pattern recognition, but honestly, either way, I wish that we hadn't. We wrote our sapphic rom-com Sweet Talk about Dr. Noah Hart, who's an ice cream scientist, and Artie Nair, a comedian who is taking over for the #1 late night talk show as the first woman, as well as the first Indian American to host. And her predecessor got fired for being politically outspoken, if you can imagine. So she's walking a very tight line of needing to be palatable and not ruffle feathers while also kind of being tokenized for her diversity by the network. But unbeknownst to the network and most of the world, including her own family, she's in the closet. So when Artie gets paired up with Noah, who's an out and proud bisexual, to develop a signature ice cream flavor like the Tonight Dough or Americone Dream, she's faced with a really impossible decision of choosing to either love loudly or risk her lifelong dream being taken away from her. So when my co-writer Ella Schaefer and I started writing this book back in January, we debated a lot, are Artie's stakes realistic? Ellen and Rosie exist. Would Artie's livelihood actually be at risk in 2025? Unfortunately, the last 24 hours confirmed that not only are Artie's stakes realistic, they are getting more and more tangible by the second. Just yesterday, Jerry Greenfield left Ben & Jerry's after 47 years because Unilever decided that they were being too outspoken. Jimmy Kimmel's show got indefinitely pulled off the air by ABC for similar reasons. And Stephen Colbert just won an Emmy at the same time that his show is being canceled. I would say that not only are we not progressing as a society, we're fully backsliding into this era of censorship and fear and fascism, and it's terrifying. I know that all of this probably so far sounds like a major downer, but here's the twist. Our book has a happy ending. And I also know that that might sound unrealistic based on what I just cited having happened in the last 24 hours. However, I'm a firm believer, as is Ella, as is sort of the ethos of our company Smoke Show, that queerness has always been about imagining better ways to exist. And I really believe that the art that we make is one of the most powerful tools that any of us have for speaking a new world into existence. Ella and I released our first book, The Christmas Pick, last November, just 10 days after Trump got elected. And I remember at the time being worried that us promoting our book and trying to get people to buy it just felt like very glib at a time when ourselves included, but also the people that we were in community with, were terrified of everything that was looming on the horizon. And for just a little bit of background on The Christmas Pick, it's another sapphic rom-com. And it is set in like a sort of Schitt's Creek style town that we invented in Michigan called Harmony Springs. That's like a gay town. The founders were gay. It has a whole history in the book, and they like celebrate Christmas year round, and it's very heightened and it's very queer and inclusive. And the feedback that we ended up getting from readers was that our novel had provided them with a safe haven and some respite from the hopelessness and the pessimism of the world around them in the wake of the election. And so in writing Sweet Talk, we similarly decided, okay, maybe the ending, the happily ever after, is not so realistic right now, but if we don't write that into existence, then it feels like the current reality has stolen our hope and our future from us as well. One of my personal heroes is Andrea Gibson, who passed away earlier this year. And they have a quote that says, "We have to create. It is the only thing louder than destruction." So if you need some hope, some respite from everything that's going on around us right now, maybe Sweet Talk is for you. I hope that it is. I hope it brings you some comfort. And regardless of whether you end up reading our book, just know that it's not foolish to maintain hope in times that are really bleak. It is powerful. And also, if you're not finding hope and you can't find that well within you, that is okay too. You should take care of yourself either way. Sweet Talk is out September 30th. You can pre-order a paperback on our website. You'll get some goodies in a little bag, or it'll be available on Kindle Unlimited / you can pre-order the ebook on Amazon. Because sometimes we need fiction to show us what's possible.